Alright, so today this video is going to be a little different, seeing as I actually screen recorded this one. But this is kind of just me ranting about the Instagram art community. Now, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of popular Instagrammers that I follow for art and such things, but this is start getting irritated. Now, the main problem I see is that they'll have tons and tons of followers and they'll be seemingly happy about it, but the moment they lose, say, 2 or 3, they'll be like, oh no, woe is me, I've lost 2 followers. Like, I'm over here with my 170 lovely followers that I all hold near and dear to my heart and I'm super appreciative for. And I don't complain when I lose one, because you know why? Usually when you lose followers, it's either bots or people that are inactive, or sometimes Instagram soft block people without you knowing. But the thing is, people have such a hostile attitude towards their own fan base when it comes to things like, oh, you guys don't really like my art and stuff because you don't like my posts enough. Honey, we love your posts. It's just that Instagram's algorithm, again, will show you more ads than the content of people you actually follow. And it's just a dilemma, more so of it's more of a dilemma of people just not being appreciative, because again, there are smaller accounts that really appreciate if you give a like or even a comment, get their art out there, get recommendations, but you're over here with your 1k 5k followers and getting mad at them for seemingly not liking your posts enough. And I think that's just really crappy to people, and that's just going to make people want to unfollow you more when it's, I hate this word, but problematic that you would go out of your way to call out your own followers on your story for like seeming like they don't care enough, when in reality they're probably doing everything they can to support you or maybe recommending you to other people. Now, as far as I go, I'm not really that big of a person. I really don't care what followers I have. I would just prefer to get out there as much as I could to kind of make a living off doing what I love, as impossible as that seems. But when I see this, it just gets really irritating, and I'm just like, oh no, will I end up like that? But really, I think it's just a severe case of egotism. Like, to be so self-absorbed that you think the world revolves around you, and that the main conflict in everybody's lives and the main crux of everybody's day is liking your posts and making sure to keep your follower count up. Yikes. Because honestly, people have lives too. Maybe they just weren't on Instagram that day. Maybe they just didn't feel like liking a post. Maybe they saw it but forgot to like it. It's not that serious. People take things like this so seriously, and really we're just here to have fun, look at cats, post art. Like, honestly, it just gets really irritating all the time, as I've said before. And I'm probably being super repetitive, but come on guys, we're better than this. You don't have to worry about every single little follower, because at the end of the day, you're still a popular Instagrammer. You're not a small account anymore. You don't have to like beg for scraps or like try to catch the tailwind of popular art trends in hopes that you'll get noticed more, pander to fandoms you're not even in. You're fine, you're in the clear. People comment, people like, people watch your lives, everything is fine. And honestly, maybe it's just the anxiety that comes with being liked. Maybe it's just like, oh no, will I go back to not being known anymore? But it's not like that. The world isn't nearly desolate for artists as you think it is. Losing a couple of followers just means it's just natural. You lose a couple, you gain a couple, maybe even double the amount you probably lost. This isn't to be hostile towards anybody in particular, it's just a trend that I've been seeing for a while that kind of bugged me and honestly made me a little concerned. Because if you're so focused on just a few people, then what about the rest of your life? Like, what are you doing with your life if your main concern is a couple of people unfollowed that are probably robots anyway? It's just, are y'all okay? Like, how are you doing? How's your life going? Like, go outside, drink some water, drink some milk, go get a cup of coffee. Like, it's not the end of the world. And frankly, maybe I'm just getting a little too heated about this. Maybe it's not that big of a thing. Maybe it's just the people I follow. But like, getting real tired of it. Or maybe even still the self-deprecating stuff like, oh, I'll never be anything. I won't make merch because I don't think anybody would buy it. Homie, I make merch. I sell my art the best I can, even though I know full well most people won't buy it. So it's just the whole self-deprecating, oh, woe is me, my art sucks, and hence why I'm losing followers. It just is really unappealing. And if you feel like you're losing followers because you don't seem friendly enough or kind of interactive enough, it might also be because you're complaining about losing followers, or that your art sucks, or that like you're like so sad because like this person's better or has more followers. Like, come on, that's not cute. Like, truly, just like be yourself, post what you loved, quit pandering, because that's the most charming thing, just drawing with what you love, taking suggestions, being interactive, things like that, or not being irritated by people DMing you because they want to talk to you because you seem like a cool person. Like, sure, it may seem a bit creepy, that's valid, but it's not always pandering for like likes or followers. Some people just want to talk to somebody they look up to, because I don't think a lot of people realize a lot of people look up to them in these communities because they see these medium-sized accounts, I'd say, and say, hey, maybe I can do that. I love their art. Maybe I can do something like that. So maybe they'll message you, and when you respond in such a way as, ew, look at this creep trying to get more followers, lol, it's kind of painful, and it makes you seem more unapproachable and like you're rude, and that's probably not even the truth. So frankly, this is essentially just a rant on Instagrammers in general, because not even art Instagram completely, just in general, when you follow somebody and they're constantly complaining about not having enough followers or people DMing them all the time, it just seems like a form of bragging when you see that 5K and they're like, oh, I lost 3. Excuse me? It just seems like an offhanded, like backhanded way of bragging about how much you have and how popular you are, which is pretty ugly, homie. And that's not to say it's horrible to be concerned about your follower count, because let's be honest, more followers means more exposure, more people like your stuff, and when people like your stuff, that makes you happy. But to make it like the crux of your existence and so much that it makes you viscerally upset when you lose a couple, that's just kind of unhealthy and a little concerning. And honestly, like, it's just, again, unattractive. And I will remind you, I don't really edit this rant. I just kind of talk, because I do that a lot. But I might repeat the same points over and over again, but I can't stress enough that, come on, guys, we're better than this. We're all old enough to know that it's not the end of the world if a few people don't like you. Like, maybe it's not bots. Maybe some people didn't like something you posted or aren't in a fandom that you're in and they just kind of left. That's fine. It happens all the time. And besides, you wouldn't want somebody that doesn't like you to follow you anyways, because they probably put hate comments or something. It's better off for the both of you. And frankly, it's just like a sign that you're doing something right if you have some people that don't like you. Like, let's be honest. If you have haters, that means people know who you are. And I can tell you that the only haters I have are people I know in real life. And let's be real. People are going to like your stuff. People aren't. That's just how it is at the end of the day. But concerning yourself with complaining and going through the effort to compose a post about people who are unfollowing you and how upset you are about it, that's just pretty pretty childish, my guy. Like, really? You're really stooping this low. You're really gonna just call out maybe 2 or 3 people that probably aren't even real people because out of your 1K, 5K, 12K followers, a few unfollowed you. Like, soon enough you'll be big enough where you hardly even notice because the number will be so big. Just think into the future where you don't have to worry about it so much, and maybe you won't be too bothered by it. Like, it's a pretty simple solution, and I'm not saying it'll fix everything or make you less anxious. I'm just saying, if you think ahead and think about when you won't even be worrying about the numbers and you'll be making bank off your posts, then I mean, like, everything's fine, innit? I mean, that's what I do whenever I'm concerned about not having enough followers or like not being able to make money off my posts, because I think if I just stick around long enough, if I post more often, then maybe I'll just get more people, get on Discover. People will buy my stuff and I'll be fine. Go to college, do stuff, be popular. And even if I'm not popular, I'll probably still find a job in the art industry, since the industry that's booming right now anyways. So, in short, don't complain too much about your follower count. Stay happy, stay peachy, and just be yourself online. It's that simple. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little rant of mine. Make sure to check out my webcomic and my merch, and follow me on Instagram, see me on Facebook if you still use Facebook. I won't say Tumblr because Tumblr is going down in flames right now, but yeah, this is it. Just me kind of cleaning up the edges on some stuff. But yeah, stay peachy, y'all, whatever day it is, whatever time it is, wherever you are in this big old world. Make sure you stay good and drink your milk.